Chapter 15 African Special Ops. Sebastian's private jet had taken off from London City Airport and flown direct to the private terminal at Mohammed V International Airport. From there he had transferred to his private helicopter, covering the remaining distance to the desert base in far more comfort than would have been afforded via any ground-based transport. Occasionally Sebastian gazed out of the window as the helicopter flew over the great expanse of the Saharan desert that covers 80% of Algeria, in awe at the barrenness and remoteness of his chosen African home. When it came to the lower left corner of Algeria there was a great deal of nothing but sand. This provided him and his organization many benefits, privacy and quiet being two of the greatest. The helicopter drew closer to a tall dune that rose majestically from the desert floor. It was no different to any of the other dunes in many respects and certainly didn't stand out. It somewhat blandly blended in with its surroundings, which was exactly what it was supposed to do. This dune was man-made, permanently holding the Saharan sands in a protective shroud of cover over the single entrance to base Algeria, as Sebastian called it. An indistinct message over the radio was quickly followed as a reply by a series of squelches, telling the sender that this was a friendly craft and that landing procedures could commence. These procedures were straight out of Hollywood. The very peak of the dune opened like an iris to reveal a deep shaft. The pilot skillfully negotiated the rim and descended into the dark vertical tunnel. Bright lights shone, helping the occupants' eyes adjust from the harsh outside, and as the helicopter went lower the iris peak closed, obscuring an evidence of what lay beneath. 30 seconds they had touched down, as the rotor spun down and Aide ran to the door of the helicopter and helped Sebastian out. "Hello, sir." "Hello, Omar, good to see you." "Thank you, sir, it is good to see you too, your suite is prepared as always." "Excellent," replied Sebastian as he headed for a concourse that ran off the landing chamber. "Have dinner prepared for 1800 hours, I am particularly hungry today." "Yes, sir, of course." Once they had entered the main concourse, Omar hurried off to complete his orders. Sebastian walked slowly and meaningfully to the operations center where he would find the caller from 2 days earlier. Mustafa was as always in charge of the site, keeping an eye of every function. His gaze wandered over multiple screens and status updates. Everything from power production in their nuclear core and its inevitable consumption to air quality and water usage, supply stores of food and water to clean uniforms and linen, he was a master of control and demonstrated it at all times. As Sebastian walked onto the ops center floor, Mustafa turned to welcome him. "Mr. Sollers, how are you, sir?" "Very well, thank you, Mustafa. Yourself?" "I am very well, sir. The base is running optimally, sir," replied Mustafa. "Thank you for the update, but I meant how are you?" "Yes, sir, I am very well too. My drone project is coming together nicely, sir." "Excellent, perhaps you can show me over the next few days?" "Of course, I would be honored." "Now, Mustafa, if all is running well, what was so terribly important that you had to tell me face to face?" "Yes, sir, of course. The most recent operation in Greece has hit a stumbling block, sir." "In what way?" asked Sebastian. "After we had commenced work on the excavation, we came across some artifacts. There really should not have been anything there, according to records, but find something we did. As we were being monitored by the Greek authorities, we had no option but to report it to them, and now the schedule is slipping as they carry out their own inspection. This could seriously expose us to the rich mineral deposits being found that we would prefer were to remain hidden for the meantime." "I see," said Sebastian, pausing to consider the options. "What position are we in currently?" "We need Greek authorities to cease this external operation as quickly as possible, and then we can get back on schedule." "Right, Mustafa, leave this to me and I will handle it personally. It's always good to throw your weight around." "Yes, sir, thank you, sir. For now, though, I will take in the base, see where we are on other projects. The helicopter will need to be readied, and I was quite looking forward to being here a few days." "Of course, sir, please enjoy your stay."